This is Morganicky, and today we've got something from our local tat hive. 2 card games, Rock Snap and Rock Happy Families. They are copyright 2006. They're essentially card games based around rock groups, like the Foo Fighters and Jimi Hendrix and The Who. Fair enough. But when we got these, they had a big sticker on them with the original price, the recommended retail price, of a tenner. £10 each. So essentially, £20 for both of these games. They were actually being sold off in the Christmas sale and thus were 10 pence each. Both of these games cost me a grand total of 20 pence. And I am not going to refuse bounty like that, quite frankly. This one is for 2 or more players, age 4 and upwards, and this one is 3 to 6 players, age 7 and upwards. So clearly Happy Families is a more difficult game than Snap. So we'll look at Snap first then, shall we? Pretty decent box inside. Plastic, nice little slot for the cards. The cards themselves, when the autofocus wants to work, are the glossy. Very glossy indeed, you can see the shine. Good printing on all of them, clear text. So there's 4 of these, 4 of each person. You essentially lay them down flat on a table and you pick them up. We've all played matching card games before. But what's cool is they've all got a different fact on them. So Ozzy Osbourne had a serious accident on a quad bike, biting the heads off bats. He holds the record for the longest period between the 33 years, and inducted into the UK Hall of Fame. Fair enough. And he mooned the audience. Of course he did, he's Ozzy Osbourne. So who else is a rock legend according to these people? We've got John Bon Jovi, 4 of him. Kurt Cobain. That's a very strange picture of Kurt Cobain. Jimi Hendrix. Axl Rose, who is not a rock legend, he is a fucking douche, but we shan't dwell on that. Lenny Kravitz, ooh, I like Lenny Kravitz. Bruce Springsteen, I wouldn't say, no, I'm not particularly a fan of Bruce Springsteen. Mick Jagger, who is somehow still alive. Eddie Van Halen, who looks like an Ewok on that picture, with all of his hair. Gene Simmons, who is a bigger dick than Axl Rose. We shan't dwell on him because he's a piece of shit. Eric Clapton, best known for his song, is it called Cocaine? Was he in Crossroads? Alice Cooper, he's a babe. James Hetfield, he's a bit of a babe, he's also a bit of a douche. And that's all of them. So, to play this game, essentially, you would shuffle them all up, lay them out all flat on a table like this, and you'd try and pick them up. Oh, they're not a match. Swish them round again. Oh, they're a match. Yeah, we've all played matching games. Even if we haven't played them with physical cards, we've probably played them in video games, haven't we? So on to the one that I think's a little bit more interesting, Rock Happy Families. I'm not sure how you play Happy Families with actual, forsooth playing cards, but I think it's a case of collecting the Jack, the King, the Queen and the Ace, I would presume. And on this one, obviously, you collect the members of the bands. If I can open the box. I believe you have to trade with other players and draw cards and try and collect all of the band. So we've got Metallica, Kirk Hammett, James Hetfield, Robert Trujillo and Lars Ulrich. So this in itself dates it, because it's got their current bassist. The Who, Roger Daltrey, John Entwistle, Keith Moon and Pete Townsend. The Clash, Topper Headon, Mick Jones, Paul Simonon and Joe Strummer. The Darkness, I don't know, I think you're barrel scraping here. The Darkness, I wouldn't say they're not a bad band by any means, but they're not on the same level as Metallica, The Clash and The Who. Richie Edwards, Ed Graham, Dan Hawkins, Justin Hawkins. Yes, they are brothers if you didn't know. John Bonham on drums. John Paul Jones, Jamie Page, and Robert Plant. We like Led Zeppelin. Fucking Queen. I hate Queen. I hate Queen so much. Fuck Queen. We're not discussing Queen. Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters, Taylor Hawkins, Nate Mendel, and Chris Shiflett. Oh, piss off. The Killers are not an iconic rock band in any sense of the word. I mean, I'll admit the Queen are. I just personally can't stand them. Brandon Flowers, Dave Cunning, what? Why do they all have to have bizarre names? Mark, oh god, these is even worse. And Ronnie, I'll just say their first names. And Slade, I'd say they were iconic in their time, but they're not really now, are they? Well, bands like Metallica and Foo Fighters and things are still putting out music. Are Slade still putting out music? Oh, they're just living off the royalties of their Christmas song. Dave Hill, Jimmy Lee, Don Powell, and Noddy Holder, of course, who for some reason a few years ago was advertising nuts. Yeah. Because that's what you do in the UK when you don't sell singles anymore, except at Christmas. You advertise nuts.